With the recent Tears of the Kingdom trailer release, Legend of Zelda fans have been speculating the next mainline Zelda game may bring back a fan favourite character and a theme, and that could be Midna and the Twilight Realm from Twilight Princess. Well, today I'm going to have a look at the evidence that we've seen, plus speculate as to how and why Nintendo might bring back these elements from Twilight Princess back into the Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Well, if you're new around here or find this useful, don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below for all the latest Zelda content and turn on notifications by hitting that bell. And roughly 90% of viewers who watch Triforce Times aren't subscribed, so subscribe today and never miss an update. Well, before we get stuck into the video today, let me know if you want to see Midna and the Twili return in Tears of the Kingdom, and what role do you want to see them play. Originally released in 2006, Twilight Princess is a much darker version of the Legend of Zelda. At the time, Wind Waker suffered a backlash from fans who wanted to see a more realistic Link, Zelda and Hyrule compared to the cartoon style we just had with Wind Waker. In Twilight Princess, Link can turn into a wolf and access the Twilight Realm, with the ultimate goal of stopping the Twilight Realm taking over Hyrule once and for all. Well, the Twilight Realm is different from Hyrule, and it's got a different leader in the form of Midna. Midna is cursed by another powerful magician, and she's also very vocal in her dislike for Princess Zelda. She changes her mind when Zelda sacrifices herself for Midna, and the game has much darker themes than many other Legend of Zelda games, and there's been loud calls recently to bring an updated version to Nintendo Switch, given the current best way to experience this game is through Twilight Princess HD via the Wii U. Well, there are a few potential connections between Twilight Princess and Tears of the Kingdom found in the trailers recently released by Nintendo. Okay, so next up, let's have a look at those connections, and first, we've got the Master Sword. So we've seen in the delayed trailer the Master Sword broken, and it looks to have been melted or eroded in some manner. And in the most recent trailer, we see the Master Sword appear in the logo, and it looks to be repaired. However, the bottom half appears to be different. It looks like it's got a very similar visual treatment that we've seen in Twilight Princess and the markings on Midna's body, so perhaps we end up travelling to the Twilight Realm to ultimately repair our trusty blade. Well, next up we've got Link's vials on his hip. So Link is wearing what appears to be a new device on his hip in Tears of the Kingdom. So in the new trailer, we can see Link burst open some double doors on a sky island. He starts to run forward, and we can clearly see a new device on his hip, one that we haven't seen before. It's thought that this device could be some source of power, and whether it's used to power up Link's arm abilities, or perhaps to collect the Tears of the Kingdom. It's similar to the device used in Twilight Princess, called the Vessel of Light. It's a container which is used to collect and hold Tears of Light. So this new device could be a variation of, or an updated version of the Vessel of Light, and perhaps we have to communicate with Midna to access it once again. Well, next up we've got that mysterious character. There's a lot of story content hidden in this tapestry, seen in the new trailer. So we've got a mysterious new character, a big character, surrounded by 7 items, thought to be the literal Tears of the Kingdom. Also, we see a female character passed out and raised into the air, thought to be Princess Zelda. And then we see her again, holding hands with the character off screen, and Nintendo is deliberately holding back who this other character is, and it could be the camera pans out to reveal the other character is in fact Midna. Well, next up we've got the links to Zonai and dragons. So in Breath of the Wild there are Zonai ruins all over the place, covered with their signature swirl. A prominent structure in the Faron region is the dragon-like structure by the Spring of Courage. This is likely an homage to Farosh, the lightning dragon that roams around the Faron region. Dragons are also linked to the Zonai through their carvings and ruins left in Breath of the Wild, and we can see in the logo for Tears of the Kingdom, a dragon eating its own tail forms part of the logo, and as Link opens the door in the new trailer, we can see this Ouroboros on the door, much like we see in the logo. In the E3 2021 trailer, we also see another dragon head, used on Link's left arm as a flame-throwing weapon, and it appears as if dragons are going to be very important in the Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, as they could be directly related to the Zonai tribe, as well as an indication of the circular timeline, you can check out my recent video on The End is the Beginning for the theory on that one. Well, finally, we've got links to the Twilight Realms. We can see in the new trailer an area in the sky shrouded in darkness, much like the Typlo ruins in Breath of the Wild. Well, Zelda lore theorists have linked the Zonai and the Twili, given the Zonai are referred to as the Shadow Race, condemned to the Twilight Realm after they tried to claim the Triforce using dark magic. For example, they are a race that exists in a different dimension, and they're surrounded by darkness. In the official Breath of the Wild Masterworks book, originally published in Japanese, it refers to the Zonai as magic users who disappeared to a powerful curse, which sounds really similar to the Twili. The same book describes the disappearance of the Zonai as the greatest mystery in Hyrule that hasn't yet been solved from the Zelda developers themselves. So perhaps in this new trailer, we are looking at an entry point to the Twilight Realm in the sky, and we're going to unravel some of the history of the Zonai and prove the links to the Twili. Well, there certainly are a lot of links between the visual design of Twilight Princess and Tears of the Kingdom, but let me know what you think in the comments. I would love to hear from you. Well, that is it for this look at the Twili returning in the Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, and as always, thank you so much for watching or listening. For more Legend of Zelda content like this, hit that subscribe button down below and subscribe to Triforce Times, or you can check me out on Twitter at Triforce Times. Well, if you enjoyed this video, found it useful, liking and sharing the video would really help me out. Otherwise, check out the other videos on the channel. Well, thanks again, and I'll see you soon.